love water. Oh my God, it's so good. Gotta stay hydrated. Gotta cleanse the palate, especially because we're about to do another beer review. Is it annoying that this shot isn't perfectly symmetrical? Look at the shades. One more time for good measure. We're doing a beer review, guys. Big shout out to the homie, other Josh, different Josh. He dropped off a whole mess of beer, like a lot, 10 16-ounce beers. He's like, hey, I want to drop off some beer for you. I'm like, dude, that's awesome. Please, absolutely. I'm like, I'm not gonna say no to beer, even if it was like free Bud Light. I would probably take it. He's like, I'm gonna drop off some beer. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like thinking, oh, he's gonna like drop off like 2 or 3 beers. Guy comes through with 10 beers. Like, who does that? I am eternally in your, however that saying goes, eternally in your, I don't even know if that's part of a saying. Eternally in your, it's gonna drive me crazy. Eternally, Google, eternally in your debt. I'm eternally in your debt. Other Josh. Anyways, so I was struggling trying to pick like which one should I review. I mean, it sounds good, but I feared I would pick one I actually don't think I'm going to like, solely because this is a sour. Okay, check out the label. It's pretty crazy. This is a fruity smoothie sour with blueberry, blackberry, and black currant. Why does it say that? Oh, because it's called Fruit City. Okay, that makes sense. And there's a whole like little miniature city on here. If you actually look, that's funny. Whole Fruits, like Whole Foods, Whole Fruits. You get it. Oh shit. Okay, it's literally called Fruit City because there's a population of little human berries and black currants, and this is actually a trippy label once you there's berries, kayaking. I feel like I just dropped acid or took some type of psychedelic. What the yeah, there's kayaking, little berry people on the can. I don't know what else to say about that, but yeah, it's a fruited sour. So like I was saying, the reason I chose this is because I typically don't like sours at all. I'm just not a sour guy. There's literally one sour on this earth, and I haven't tried like hundreds, but I've tried enough. I've tried a couple dozen, I would say, and sours aren't my thing. But there was one sour I got from a local brewery here in Connecticut that I really liked, and it happened to have some type of berry. I think it was blueberry something or another. So this having a bunch of berries on it, maybe I will like it, maybe I won't. This is from Modist Brewing Co. out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Shout out Modist, shout out Josh. 6.3% alcohol. This is 1 pint. It's a fruited smoothie sour, as mentioned, with blueberry, blackberry, black currant, and milk sugar. Let's crack it. And I was given very specific instructions to roll the can, so I'm gonna roll it because I would imagine there's a fair amount of sediment from the berries. Right, this being a fruited sour, it's gonna be, I would imagine, we're gonna find out in a second, but a fair amount of sediment. And by rolling the can, not shaking it obviously because it's carbonated, and we would have a catastrophe. It would be a whole thing. Probably be great content, but I'm not trying to splash beer anywhere. But instead of shaking it, we give it a nice roll, stir up the sediment, so when we crack it and pour it, it should come out evenly and not get like stuck to the sides of the walls and just whatever. Oh, yes. Oh my God. It's purple. It smells kind of, wow, I never really noticed that. I guess sours kind of smell like champagne. It has champagne vibes. It smells like champagne. I typically don't like sours because they're really light and they're obviously sour. I don't like hate sour, but I don't know. There's holy look at the color on that. Oh my God. Oh, I wish you could see this in person. This beer is it looks wild. It's like red, purple, really just like a gorgeous, rich color. Let's get this to focus. I think that was the first time I said I'm really proud of myself. 6.5 minutes, only said once, I think. Look at the color on that. Please focus. That is gorgeous. The color is magnificent. Yeah, berry notes. It smells like sour candy. Like if you ever smell like a bag of sour gummy bears, what are those things called? Sour Patch Kids. Let's take a sip. And it's just cloudy. It's cloudy and the color's magnificent. Super cloudy. I've never seen a sour this cloudy, this vibrant in color. I mean, it's a dark color. It's not like super bright in the tone of the ruby redness, but it's just gorgeous and like really nice to look at. Anyways, let's little pink head of foam. Let's taste it. I like it. I do like it. I do like it. Some nice berry notes. I can't pick apart the black currant and the blackberry and the blueberry individual. To me, I'm just getting a whole mess ton of berry. I can't really differentiate the three, but it's really nice. I've had some sours have been like almost unbearable in their tanginess. This is not that. This has a nice little pucker, you know, a little tingle, but it's not overbearing and it's not over carbonated. That's been another problem with some sours. I've had some sours that are just like too like on the verge of being a seltzer. Super refreshing. It is November here, so it's not like the ideal time to be drinking sours, but like I've never subscribed to that. Like that. Like if you want to drink stouts in the summer, do whatever the you want, right? Why not? I would have like a little bit of sweetness, just like, because when you go to drink something, like it's not just tasting it, it's like you smelling it, it's how does it look, and the flavor. It's like all of these things kind of change your perception, I think, of how your brain and like your senses kind of perceive the flavor. Like all of these things are affecting the taste. These little things, like by reading the label, that planted seeds in my mind of berry. If I hadn't read the label and been like, oh, this is gonna be berry, 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 maybe I would have came into this and tasted pineapple or something else. But I have berry ingrained in my mind, and then I look at the color and I think, oh, raspberry, crushed up, mashed up blueberries. Like that's what the color tells me, right? I was trying to make a point. What the was it? So point being, I think berries, I think sweet. Therefore, to me, like a little bit of sweetness in this would have been great. It wouldn't have hurt the beer in any way. I wouldn't personally go buy this beer after tasting it now. It's enjoyable. I like it. It's refreshing. It's visually appealing. It's tasty. It's an enjoyable sour, especially considering I don't really like them, as we very clearly solidified in this video. But with that being said, I do like it. Let's get to the score, shall we? Good sour. I would have to say in the sour category, I give it like an 8.1. Like right on the verge of being in the 7s. It's good. I'm enjoying it. But in the general beer scale, it's not a bad beer. It's just not what I like in a beer. I'm more on like the desserty, like I like fruity shit, fruity type of beers. I like really juicy IPAs, but I also I'm more of a desserty person at heart. So in general beer scale, even though it's a respectable, good, enjoyable sour, it's just not quite my thing. And I'm glad we did this. I'm glad I picked a beer that I kind of knew I wasn't gonna love. General beer scale, I'm gonna give the Fruit City Fruited Smoothie Sour from Modist Brewing Co. a 6.4. I'm gonna give it 6.4. Again, shout out Josh, other Josh, not me. That wouldn't make sense. Shout out to you, my friend. Thank you so much for the brewskis. And to everyone else, if you got to this point in the video, you're awesome. Excuse me. I am doing these on a regular basis. Reviews on a regular basis. I'm trying to figure out if I should keep doing beer reviews. So if you're a subscriber or you're new to the whole channel, let me know. What do you think of the video? Should I continue doing beer reviews or should I just stick to food reviews? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoy the content in any way, shape, or form, by all means, there's that little like button just right there. You can just tap the like button. Why not? Be a pal. And subscribe to the channel. Like, I shouldn't even that goes without being said. I don't know what else to say. So until next time, cheers. And I gotta get one more slurp in.